All around the world, this Earth Day was all about cleaning up and protecting the Earth, including in Duluth.
Yeah, Northern News Now's Madison Green takes us around the city to events celebrating and teaching the importance of keeping our planet clean.
The Twin Ports is lucky enough to sit on the edge of Lake Superior. This Earth Day, the Rice Point Business Group is cleaning up under what connects them.
So from Blatnick Bridge to the Twin Ports Interchange to basically Compass Minerals, it's very industrial. And this industrial center wants to be just as responsible for the garbage in the area as any other district in town. So,
because Rice Point also serves as a public water access, that's what organizer Kate Ferguson says makes it unique. This year, the group has had its highest turnout and lowest trash expectancy.
Any garbage that ends up on the sides of our roads ends up in our watershed. And you can see this year we're down to one dumpster thanks to waste management. And that probably won't be full at the end of the day, which is great because it shows that we are making progress.
Taking care of the earth isn't all about action. It actually begins with education.
For future generations, we want them to know about how to take care of and be aware of things that we could do to help the planet and the environment and what we do.
Lake Superior College hosted an Earth Day fair where 30 environmental vendors set up to meet and teach anyone in the community.
Just the end of it.
It's a way for organizations and groups and communities to come together to celebrate Earth Day Fair, basically recognizing that we all share the planet together, and there's ways that we can help planet Earth.
By helping ourselves stay ahead. In Duluth, Madison Green, Northern News Now.